Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another analysis on the channel. So today we've got rwcniner29 Gold 2 gameplay, and it's off PS4, so got a little YouTube video here. We're gonna check it out. Alright, so your kickoff, I would recommend that you ignore that first boost pad that you turned for. Go directly toward the ball and front flip, and then you'll just catch this one pad right here, and your kickoff will be a little bit better, a little bit faster. Good little counter. That kickoff was alright. In general, I tend to say you should never front flip your kickoffs. Like the dodge into the ball should never be a front flip in general. That one he didn't go for some reason. That works. So yeah, if you just went straight for the ball, that kickoff would be a little bit faster. I think you probably could have shot this ball. First, leaving the ball like that was a little bit iffy. But here, a nice jump and dodge into it in the air would be good. Here, you could do a little bit better. I would recommend you turn off ball cam as you get really close, because it's gonna make it difficult for you to see. But you could have jumped first and then dodged into the ball to put it on target there. There, he just blocks you off. Not too much you could do about what happened there. Yeah, you are front flipping all your kickoffs, which I don't recommend. That's a good punish on his boost greed. Smart to grab the boost while he does that. I wouldn't recommend sitting around while he hits that ball, because that could have been on target and you would have never caught it. And then obviously we don't want to have this touch go out mid like that. And then once it does, you did probably have time to flip for it first, but it's difficult. Replay analysis on 1v1 is a little bit more difficult because it's a little bit more subjective. Instead of backing up when he hit this ball back here, I would recommend just turn around into a shadow position. And then you're diving in pretty hard there, which I wouldn't recommend. He hasn't really shown too much capability for beating you with ball skill, so I wouldn't dive in really hard like that until he shows you that you can. And then if you had taken your time on that touch right there, you could have definitely kept it out. You're dodging like really early for the kickoff and like hitting it with the top of your car, which is something that I've seen like Sathu does, but I personally don't recommend it. I would say you want to try to hit it with the front of your car and side flip one direction or the other. I wouldn't recommend that dodge. Typically in a position like this in 1v1, you don't want to ever dodge because that's going to make your recovery take longer. If he doesn't score this, it's a miracle. Good effort to get back, but miracle, like I said. It's good to stay close and take a 50-50 when you have no boost. That boost grab is a little bit weird. He will have had plenty of time to go get boost some other way, most likely, and that didn't really stop him from doing anything. It gave him an opportunity to challenge. Then he just missed. It's a good effort to capitalize on a heavy one kickoff. And for some reason you didn't do any flipping getting into that kickoff, which you have been doing all game. I'm going to assume that was a fluke. You probably could have gone for that boost steal. Then from this position he would have none instead of having gotten that corner. And then this position, I would have driven up the wall and spun around, try to control it with like facing the goal instead of backward. That would have been easier to control. This is a couple times now that you dive in on something. Diving in for a challenge in like 2v2 or 3v3 is okay, because the whole goal of why you're doing this is you're making him do something to beat you so that it goes to your teammate, right? But in this case, you don't have a teammate. So you need to be fake challenging this or something. Like if you're going to go in towards him, it need at least throw in fake challenges every now and then, because it's consistently now that he has just made one little cut and you dodged where the ball was going previously. So be a little bit more careful on those challenges. Good patience again to capitalize on that kickoff. There you kind of sat around and didn't really know what you wanted to do and then decided to go for that boost. I would have decided that a lot sooner, and then you would have won the boost. So again, you're turning and challenging. That time it didn't go so bad, but typically your primary things you're going to do are going to be fake challenging and shadow defending in 1v1. It's a good demo chase. By the time you did jump for this, it's too far past the goal to where you would be able to score it. So I would say you either have to swing out wide and jump earlier, or not jump for it at all and try to catch it when it comes back down, depending on if he gives you space for that. There, it looks to me like there's an expectation for him to leave, and he doesn't. And then when he turns and starts going toward the ball, there is no reaction from you. Like this shot could have very easily been on, and you didn't attempt to get in front of it. So I get that, like, okay, you're expecting him to leave, he turned. So now any shot he might make, might be on. So now I would be diving to this area, lining up with him to try to block this ball off into the corner. I mean, luckily he missed it, but my point is still there, you know. I would work on handbrake sliding, because you were kind of driving around wide a lot through the section here. You don't handbrake really at all to power slide. And controlling that ball would have been a lot easier. And then you realize he's going for that boost, but you don't use any of your boost to try to steal it from him. So if you steal it from him, then he can't continue to attack here. I get the game's almost over, but, you know, a general tip. That's interesting. I would recommend going for the kickoffs in 1v1s. Alright, I guess that's all. Some interesting editing before and after this video. But yeah, in general, my main points would be to be more patient on defense, and your reaction is a little bit slow. Boost usage is not really something that I focus on in ones too much, because there's way more boosts. You don't really have to share it. Yeah. So overall, it kind of just seems like you're playing defense impatiently, and you need to add a little bit more patience to that, and that should help out a ton. Alright, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.